Hey, what's up guys, it's Oakley, and we have an interesting 2 versus 2 battle. So my ally here is Chaos. As you can see before you, he has Chaos Warriors and a whole bunch of these elite, huge monsters, Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, and then this awesome Lord on the Chaos Dragon, double-headed, looking super sweet. I myself brought the Dwarves. We're going to put this on slow motion because it gets started very quick. So my build, as you can see, has 3 artillery pieces, 2 grudge thrower catapults, and they're going to be firing almost immediately. I have an organ gun, which is already firing as well. Then I have 5 skirmishers, so it's going to be 3 thunders, so 2 are going to be holding strong on the left in the woods, with another one on the right, and then 2 quarreler units, and they are going to be standing strong right behind my dwarf thane, looking out over the enemy. And so I've got kind of a defensive build, knowing we were going against both the Empire and the Greenskins. I knew we would have a big rush, and indeed we have a big rush coming at us. So we're going to get into this real soon. I just wanted to cover the army compositions. So that's my front line of guns with artillery. I've plugged the gap with a couple dwarf warriors here and there. Miners with blasting charges once the Greenskins get stuck in. I want to blow them up. I have a runesmith, which is actually a really good hero to bring. And then hidden trollhammer torpedo armed iron drakes, and that's to take out the enemy giants and Ragnaroks. And then on the back here I have slayers with iron breakers and hammers. So these are my most elite infantry hiding out in the back. They don't want to suffer the initial cavalry strikes or artillery, so they're hanging out and they're going to be landing a surprise attack. My ally as Chaos is going to be moving forward with some Marauder Horsemen. I never find these guys to be too cost effective, and he has Chaos Knights on the far side. So anyways, we're going to be playing on Troll Country, and it is indeed Troll Country, because you can see the Empire build here has almost all heroes. So here are 5 of his witch hunters that he's deployed here, which is actually a pretty smart thing to do if he's facing up against Chaos. Chaos is going to be focusing on fewer troops, higher quality troops, and so the accused ability of the witch hunters, yes, it was nerfed a little bit, but nonetheless it's still going to be super powerful at taking out high value targets. So these guys are here, and what they also brought, this force, is a bunch of captains, Empire captains on these Pegasi, and I'm not quite sure what their purpose is, but they're kind of going to be running around attacking our forces, kind of doing a blitz on us. The Greenskin force has a huge horde coming at us, tons of black orcs mixed in with orc biguns, savage orcs, Ragnarok spider, and a giant. So this is a big wing coming at us. Great swords also mixed in. That's going to be a potent mix. They have some goblin rock lobbers firing at us, and then a big swath of savage orc boar boy biguns and Empire outriders. So this is going to be a massive assault that's going to come bearing down at us. So like I was saying previously, these Chaos Marauders are never really that good, and so they're going to pull back to our position. At least they are causing the enemy to, exhaust their charges here. Here come those interesting use of the captains coming in. And then the main push is coming in. The Ragnarok is going to be leading the charge. We have just enough fire to put pressure on it to the point where it's not going to be able to advance. It's just taking a clobbering in the distance. Chaos is charging forward, meeting those units in the field. I'm going to countercharge to try and break that assault. And the Chaos is going to get into the mix, but ooh, here come some of these Pegasus Knights with Call Friends as well, all coming in, all for a massive charge. And then look what's following suit right behind them. This is a good cop, bad cop routine. You have guys in Pegasuses floating down in an angelic fashion, and then you have guys, stinky dudes riding boars, brandishing skulls. So that is a true good cop, bad cop. And in the wake of them is going to be a bunch of these black orcs. So they are, I mean, if we pop on, let's put this on slow motion, they have just washed up against our force here. Look at them penetrate through my line, just blowing everything up. But that's fine. They are going to get stuck into combat, and this is where I deploy my iron breakers. You can see the explosions getting off. I have some of my elite troops, iron breakers as well, going to be getting volleys off, and then I have my heroes going to be starting to commit. Can put this on play. Thank God the Chaos Lord is here as well. So they're going after my artillery, which is not the greatest move because at this point I don't really need it. And this is where I'm going to get my slayers in combat. So they're running Rampage, into our ranks. But now look at this, Iron Drakes, and I have miners with blasting charges, specifically because I knew this moment was going to be coming. And so now I can unload on the enemy once they've kind of wasted their charges and gotten stuck in on my weaker frontline troops. Quarrelers are fending for themselves. I've popped a rune, plus 44% melee defense, so they're going to be doing well. And I have to give kudos to my Dwarf Lord, my Thane here. He's just raking in the kills, chopping through the greenskins, not taking much damage. And these guys just do so much work. Dwarf Lords are not to be messed with. So that's what's happening here. And take a look at this, a couple seconds after I've recovered the center. With my hammerers, my elite troops, we've recovered this side with my miners with blasting charges. Thunders actually survived, so they've been picking off enemy forces. And on this side where I have the giant kind of tied down, I'm going to be putting some iron breakers against him. So yeah, he's going to be beating me up, but I have supporting thunders that I'm going to turn around. So I've pretty much destroyed the greenskins. I mean, they really don't have much left on this flank. They're pretty much routing. In the center, I have two dwarf warriors fighting against them. Chaos Lord helping a lot. My own Lord holding the center. And I have reinforcements. Let's watch these hammers as they get into the fight. Here to save my Lord, thank God. So it's a good thing to keep your reserves for situations just like this. And the Arachnarok Spiders also being going down to my Slayers. So I think I did a really good job of countering the greenskins. I mean, you saw how they washed on me and it was really damaging, but at the end of the day I survived. Same cannot necessarily be said for Chaos. Yes, we're doing well, but these Witch Hunters, which committed to the fight, have been going around sniping our Lords. And they're going to be disengaging from the fight somewhat. Turning about and actually continuing to snipe our forces. Oh, and look at that mess over there in the distance. Good God. So Chaos got a bit too clumped up at this point, so that's why he's bringing back his Lord to try and finish off some of these remaining Empire Wizards and other forces that are in the mix with the Pegasus Knights. This is just absolute shit show, but what this does do is it tanks out Chaos, and in the distance, the Goblin Labas, the Witch Hunters. I mean, look at these guys. All going to be firing away, all going to be waiting for their Accuse spell to recover. And then meanwhile, here comes another enemy Lord coming in. So this could go south on us, and it's going to start to... Oh, wow, did you see him eat that guy? Crazy stuff. So my ally is basically exhausting all of his ranks here. He does have a couple knights coming out. Ooh, and he threw that Witch Hunter to the ground. But I think we're breaking on that flank, so it's going to be down to me. I have some of my Slayers in and amongst the Outriders, catching them, because otherwise they would be shooting my guys to pieces. I have straggling groups of infantry trying to get in, trying to take out the Lords. In the back, I have absolutely routed the greenskins, so I'm reforming with my Thunders, my gun line. They're coming back into combat. The Giant is still tanking me, so I'm firing away and shooting at him. Meanwhile, on this front, I'm pushing forward. My Lord going to be leading. I believe this is a different one. This may be my Lord or my Thane, I'm not sure. But he's cleaning up the Black Orcs with the elite troops, the Iron Breakers. And now I'm making a push also for his unit. So I've just torn up this flank, and I'm going to be pushing forward. With my ally gone, I'm a little scared because my morale is somewhat teetering. My Runesmith is at good health, but I know how quickly he can go down with all these Witch Hunters still up and running. And so they can easily redirect their assault on me. And yeah, look at the remaining Empire troops. He has a lot of his Empire captains somehow. And this is such a trolly build. So interesting to see it though. And had my ally been anyone else, anyone other than Chaos, I think he probably would have won. Mostly because, well, Witch Hunters are meant to take out armies that have high value targets. And so Chaos was just, I mean, this is where they all died and got destroyed. Had my ally gone as the dwarves, we could have completely swarmed and beat back the enemy. So I'm withdrawing. I didn't want to have my Lord sniped, but at the same time I was realizing that, you know, if I pull back, he's just going to slaughter me with these remaining rock labas. So what I decided to do is recommit to this fight, not pull out. I can't take too much of that returning fire, so I'm going to commit with my dwarves. Dwarf warriors, miners with blasting charges. My opponent knows that this is key to his victory, so you can see how he's They've withdrawn a bunch of their forces, so I'm coming in. Yes, my miners lost, but they're really crap troops, so I don't mind too much. So here come my slayers. They're going to try and break upon him. I have hammers being brought into the fight. More units. My gunners formed a gun line here. I was trying to take out the enemy heroes. And now they're going to... This is, I guess, one of the benefits of bringing all these mounted lords, is they can get around the battlefield really quick. And in groups like this, they can actually take out your units really, really fast. So I'm taking a beating. Yep, my Thunderers are going down. I'm going to have to redeploy some of my Iron Breakers to take them out. So this fast mobile unit is very, very interesting to see that, especially in the late game. I mean, it can knock out my units and withdraw, so that's exactly why I had to go after his artillery pieces. If he has these mobile units and he gets rid of my guns, then they can easily sit back and relax. Coming after my Slayers now. I do have my my Lord coming in, and I broke one of the artillery pieces. I'm going after the other one. In the distance, I'm rallying some of my guys. My runesmiths coming back in. Ooh, and I think we may actually end up killing. We'll see. God, this build is so infuriating, so trolly. Watch this witch hunter, and yep, you know where he's running. He's going after my lord. So there, I think he used the ability to make him run quicker. And here comes this mess. So I'm trying to get at them with my slayers, challenging them to a duel. We'll see if this pays off. Oh, and he actually kills my guys. So they're slowly making their way over. I'm going to pull my runesmith in between because I'd rather he get targeted than my main lord. And look at him start to take damage. So all of these units are going to be targeting me. Then I get, oh my god, he just punted me. Then runs me over. This is not looking good. My gunners have recovered, so I'm trying to target his weaker guys. I have a whole group of Iron Breakers behind this force, killing his captains. So this is going pretty well. Chaos has rallied, so this could go back in our favor. And what happened here? The enemy lord is dead, so things seem to be swinging back a little bit in our favor. However, my hero here is starting to get surrounded by the Orc Biggins. I'm trying to bring in my Iron Breakers to rally and help him out. In the distance, we've broken those enemy forces. All that's really left is going to be these Witch Hunters in the center, and if they can target my lord, which is exactly what they're doing. So here they come. Here comes the Death Squad. These are assassins. I can't really tell if they have Accuse yet left. My lords are really, really low health. Yep, they've all been casting Accuse on my main lord, and he just went down. And with that, that's going to cause a chain rout, so there goes my entire army breaking. So that, you saw, was an interesting trolley build from the Empire troops. Again, I think we easily could have defeated this had my ally perhaps spread out more forces, waited behind my lines, or I don't know, it's hard to say. Chaos just really doesn't seem that powerful, and it's pretty easily countered by anything that has the ability to kill elite units. So, interesting build nonetheless. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I think as the dwarves, I kicked ass. I beat back a combined assault and then kind of had to tank out the rest of the fight and almost pulled out a victory. I think if I had been able to target these guys with one more spare unit, tie them down, my lord and Iron Breakers could have cleaned this up, and then we could have focused on the enemy. I mean, I still had my gunners alive, so it was only a matter of time before I cleaned up the enemy. They really only had a couple troops left. Let's go ahead and end this replay and take a look at what was remaining. Yeah, you can see for the Empire, they only had 71 troops left. I had 242. Where did most of my kills go? Grudge Slayer is doing pretty well. Slayers and Hammerers, so mostly my elite reinforcements getting a lot of kills in that engagement. Chaos here, really getting most of the kills from Chaos Knights, and yeah, look, his army is just so small, and it's just very hard. I mean, Chaos Trolls, 1 kill. Giant 58, Shaggoth 45, so okay there, but overall just not cost effective. Take a look at this Empire build though. Witch Hunters with tons of kills to their name. I may have to try this. Not as trolly, but this is definitely playing pretty well. I mean, I think I don't know, the Empire Captain strikes were super effective, so maybe he has something going on here. I mean, obviously this kind of breaks some rules if you're going to put caps on the number of elite units, but still, this is pretty powerful. Back that up with great swords. Actually, what I would have done instead of having these outriders, I would have swapped this out for a couple spearmen. Just have a big spear wall to hold the enemy fast. Anything that gets at you, you have your Empire captains charge, counter charge, and have the witch hunters just firing away at heroes, and you have yourself a pretty kick-ass build. Greenskins here, getting most of the kills as always with the artillery. 2 giants and an arachnonaut spider doing alright. Mostly I think I countered them pretty effectively with my troops. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's really fun to see people experiment with different builds, and this is something you got to keep an eye out for. But again, I think I could have countered it had I faced him one-on-one with these dwarves. Yeah, I probably could have slaughtered him really easily. But the combination of the rush and me being whittled away and kind of tied to the corpse of chaos proved my undoing. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Peace out.